Okay, so when I started this boot camp, I remember telling you, like, I know what my gift was, really. I don't know. And so I really, after, doing that component, I really thought about it. I even prayed about it, and like, I think we overthink the gifts, and I think you
Yeah.
may too.
Yeah.
But what it is, the gifts that God has given us, and God just kept reiterating to me, like, you have what you have, it all, use what's in your house. And
Right.
from Second Kings 4 with the widow. And I kept thinking, okay, what is in my house? You in your house? You are. And so then it just got me into thinking, like, God is really simple. And when I say simple, like, he's not complicated.
Yeah.
We complicate things because we overthink things. And so God was like, I've given you the gift of communication. I've given you the gift of encouragement. You can
Hmm.
speak, you can communicate. And there's a lot you can do when you can communicate. So, yeah. But I think when I thought about gifts and talents, I thought I had to be a good speaker. I had to be, a good communicator. You have to be a good communicator. Let me just say that. But I was thinking I already had to come perfect. And God is like, no, I want you to come as you are. And then you'll get better. Like, I want you to develop the skill. And so I've been developing, communicating better, because I have those real life Moses moments. And that's one of the things that I struggled with before I even started ministry. And I felt like God was telling me, hey, I want you to start a podcast. Hey, I want you to share. I want you to get on video. And I was like, God, like, I don't like the way I talk. I don't like the way I sound. I picked myself apart. Like, I can't, like, articulate myself the way some people articulate themselves. I was like, I'm gonna get tongue tied, and I'm gonna say something that somebody doesn't understand. I'll be like, what is she talking about? Like, so all of these things that I told myself and went through my head, and God was like, I don't care. I felt like he was like, I just don't care. I'm gonna tell you what to say, just like he told Moses what to say. And so I would use that to my advantage. I would be like, God, you say you're gonna tell me what to say, so I need your help. When I tell
Yes.
the Holy Spirit speaks, and
Mm.
Holy Spirit is so real, because I can truly say, before I had a relationship with God, and I want somebody to really hear this, because I went to church. I went to church. I checked it off the list. I know a lot of people do that. And going to church wasn't doing anything for me, because that's all I was doing, is just going in there, just sitting, and that's it. But when I
Hmm.
relationship with God. And I remember I was listening to a pastor, and they said, well, you can hear from God. And I was like, I'm not hearing nothing. God ain't talking to me. Like, he ain't talking to me. Like, who? Everybody was saying this. I think I watched a video of Priscilla Shure, and she was like, you can hear God's voice. And I was like, I'm getting crickets over here. And so God ain't saying nothing to me. And it's so amazing, because I started to spend more time with God. At that time, I might have been doing like maybe 5 to 10 minutes in the morning before I left for work. And I started spending more time with him. And then all of a sudden, I noticed that when I'm doing the dishes, thoughts would come into my head. I would be sweeping the floor. I
Mm.
would be vacuuming. I would be making up the bed. I would be showering. I would be
Mm.
driving. And all these, like, thoughts would just come. And that's when I realized, okay, this is God speaking to me. This is it, right?
Mm.
Because it would be something so far away from what I was doing. Like, I'm like, why am I I'm doing the dishes? Why am I thinking about Psalms 91 or 23? Or like, he would just drop something in my spirit, and I'd be like, why am I thinking? And that's when I just really realized, and I know for a lot of people, they don't understand or quite get that, but it comes with time. It can
Yes.
come quickly if you really, spend that time with him. But I love how in the beginning, like, it wasn't happening. And then I was like, oh, I'm gonna spend a little more time with God, and let him. And then he would just speak through his word. There would be sometimes I would be thinking certain things, and all of a sudden I was reading a Bible verse that would help me with the thing that I was thinking or struggling with. So yeah.
Yes.